a survivor, and I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Right.
Definitely.
Always does.
Indeed.
So, just holding on for this, just to give us a couple more minutes. Do you have any other independent news at all?
Actually, I want to talk about some of the guys or matches that are going to be at CCWE on September 19th. As Wagner said, Wagner is going to be facing Brian Fury. Johnny Gargano is going to be facing the Juice, JT Dunn. NXT WWE superstar, the main beast, Rhino, versus Antonio Tomas with Marshall McNeil.
Now, wait a minute. Is this also the same Rhino that was in TNA?
Yes.
Okay, then let's give him that credit.
He's also worked with CCW before.
Indeed.
So definitely excited to see him back as well as CCW.
Right.
They're gonna have the fitness guru Joey Bricco, Dan Barry, and Bill Carr, Team Tremendous. Anthony Stone, Pinky Sanchez, Scumbag Nation, Brad Hollister, as he's also going to be a pioneer.
That's the champion,
Yeah.
the current title holder.
Remember, they said his name like
He's
100 times.
still your champion.
He's still your champion. You know, and that guy Joey DiNucci, he's probably still saying that he's still the champion.
Oh, he probably is
Probably.
somewhere.
Yeah, and we're almost a month ago now. Over a month, actually.
Yeah. Brandon Webb, Teddy Goods, Christian Frost, Sean Burke, Royalty, William King, who's also a pioneer, AJ Cruz, which is also a pioneer, and more. So that should be fun.
Speaking of which, our caller seems to be coming through any second now. Any second now. Here we go.
There we go.
Put him on.
Thank you for calling.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Is this the PvP commissioner himself, Mr. Johnny Idol?
Yes, it is. How you doing?
We're doing great. Matter of fact, we just aired an interview with Justin Tunis that I filmed up in Hadley the last time.
Awesome. Great.
How have you been the last few weeks?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Also, it's your birthday today, so happy birthday.
Thank you. I don't feel a day over 75.
So, what can we expect to see this Saturday evening up in South Hadley this time? Not Hadley. Trying to educate.
Yeah, in South Hadley, exactly. South Hadley. You can expect to see what you always see from PvP. And if you ask me, it's an incredibly entertaining show every single time, and I think they're only getting better, to be honest with you.
Only seem to be getting better. Do we have any kind of titles on the line this time around?
Tag titles, of course. Marshall McNeil and I going after the Aristocrats. There's a couple other tricks going on, of course.
What do you think your chances are of taking out the Aristocrats, seeing as they've increased their size since the last time?
Yeah, they sure have. Well, chances are pretty good. I feel. I'm not going to take anything away from those guys. I think what they do speaks. They speak for themselves. They're all of them are incredible in-ring talents, and it's going to be a tough match. But look, there's one thing I learned when I started out, and I think these guys have forgotten that. I mean, I've known all of them all along. I remember when they all started. Tomahawk was already established when I met him, but as far as the other three guys, I remember when they started out, and I think they're making a big mistake, the same mistake that I made when I started. When I was coming up and I was winning titles and I was knocking people off and doing my thing, who always taught me a lesson and always managed to put me on my place were the older guys that have been around for a long time. Marshall and I both have tricks tucked away that those guys haven't even learned yet. So I think it's going to be one hell of a match, to be honest with you.
Now, there are a number of members in the Aristocrats. Will the Freebird rule be in effect?
Yeah, that's the way it's looking like it's going to go, and I find that interesting. Why not? I mean, look at. I'm not gonna pretend that I've always been this squeaky clean guy, and I'm still not. I spent 20 years doing awful things. So when you get something like that, like a freebird rule in effect, I think that's interesting. So why not? Is it fair all the time? No. But whatever. I mean, people love it. It's entertaining. So let's do it. Why not? Right?
Right on. So, what's Mr. Brad Hollister doing this Saturday evening?
You know, I know it sounds awful, but I don't even have the card in front of me. I believe I'll just put this way. I know that Frankie Arion is going after him in some way, shape, or form, and other details of that have actually been worked out yet.
Right, I know. Arion, we talked to him. We had the opportunity to talk to him too as well.
What a
and he
talent
wasn't
that
really
kid
too
is,
happy.
man. What a talent that kid is. You know, I remember again when he started out, and he and I had many matches together, and you know, I love what he always says. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. You know, that kid brings it every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember when he started out too, and he was his brother Alex was around at the time.
Oh, Alex. I miss that guy. I wish he would come around. If you ask me, Alex is. You'd have to search really, really hard to find a better talent than that guy. I love that guy.
Definitely. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is only going to be our second time up there. Why don't you educate some of our viewers as to how long Pioneer Valley's been around and what it's all about?
Well, Pioneer Valley Pro, well, it started out as you guys probably know, and started out as a different company a bunch of years ago, and it ended up turning into Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling just last year. And but the same core of people, and have been working together for many years. And we're obviously bringing in some newer talent along the line, and I think it's gone really, really well. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're pretty bare bones. You know what I mean? We're more worried about what goes on inside the ring after the bell rings, rather than worried about making things too flashy. You know what I mean? We're more concerned about putting on a better product inside the ropes than I think anybody else in the area, if you ask me.
You don't need a stinking
really do.
Titantron is basically what you're trying to say.
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think when I came up, when I started becoming, I didn't fall in love with wrestling because of all the fancy stuff, all the explosions and the fireworks and the fancy things. That's not what made me fall in love with professional wrestling. What made me fall in love with professional wrestling was what went on in the ring when the bell rang, and I think that's really what we focus on at PvP.
Right.
And I think we put on a great show every single time, and I think the crowd would agree with you and notice they're getting bigger every time, so that has to say something.
Yes.
So it's something that got lost in the mainstream. Well, I think maybe WWE.
I agree, but if you notice too, they're managing to go back to that. They're not taking away much of the flash, but they're also really going back to what's going on in the ring. I think there's some incredible talent. You know, I'm actually enjoying watching people wrestle for a change, and it's really, really good.
Right. That's probably to an extent why I think maybe they're a little bit concerned about Ring of Honor a little bit, because Ring of Honor they tend to they don't do their talking with a microphone. They do it, you know, interacting with each other in a match.
Well, I don't know. Truth Martini talks an awful lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, maybe besides him.
I love that guy. That guy cracks me up. That guy cracks me up. And you know what? I mean, and I hate to go back to PvP when we're talking about that, but I consider Marshall McNeil like the opposite of Truth Martini. Truth Martini was, I don't know if you know, but he was a brilliant in-ring performer. He was a great in-ring performer, and he went out to the managing thing. When Marshall McNeil started out like I did, I don't know if you guys know, I started out as a manager, and next thing you know, you get thrown in the ring. Of course, that was a long time ago. And that's how Marshall started out. Marshall started out as a manager, but guess what? There was a reason why Marshall managed to be, in my opinion, the standout manager in the area, and that's because he's a fantastic in-ring worker. And I know you guys just came up, but Marshall and I had a little thing going for a while. We weren't getting along for a little bit, and he and I had a series of matches, and he's as tough as anybody I've ever been in the ring with, surprisingly enough. So I think that's why Marshall McNeil was both a brilliant manager and a wrestler, because he has such a great mind for both.
Right. So you started out as a manager. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the business then.
I started off as a manager. I don't know if you know much. Kevin Landry up here. Do you know Kevin Landry up this way?
I've heard of him. I don't know if I've
You've heard of him, yeah. He did plenty of stuff he did plenty of work with WCW and WWE. But he needed a manager, so I started a manager. But I also trained to wrestle, because if you watch enough wrestling, you know the managers get thrown into the mix plenty of times, whether they're willing to or not. And I said, well, I'm not going to be unprepared. So, and then sure enough, I right away I was in tag team matches with him as my partner, and he helped train me along with Paul Roma. Was coming up this way and training at the time too, so they both trained me, and next thing you know, I wasn't managing anymore. And I was strictly wrestling. I would be doing both on some of the events, and it kind of worked its way out.
Right. Anybody
and
actually?
Here we are, 20 years later.
Yeah. Anybody actually inspire you, like big name at all? Like.
Of course. I mean, I don't want to date myself, but I grew up a big Bob Backlund fan, and then that was the guy. Those are the guys that were like. We also had Superstar Billy Graham and Adrian Adonis. I love Adrian Adonis. I watch Adrian Adonis now and see things that if you watch Adrian Adonis, that guy got he got more out of a left hand than most guys get out of a suplex nowadays. And I think more people should watch guys like Adrian Adonis, because he was brilliant. And I'm talking. He was still, we ended up doing the whole adorable Adrian thing, and he was grossly overweight, and he was still fantastic, And then I think Roddy Piper, I don't think that's going to be a surprise to you guys. Roddy Piper, just love that guy. And Ric Flair, come on.
I love the Nature Boy. I waited in line. I went to the big event in New York back in February. I waited in line, I think, almost 2 hours to meet Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
That was brilliant. He was good. And then he had the other guys that era like Dusty Rhodes was just fantastic, and that was rough when we lost him. That was tough.
Definitely.
I went back when he passed away. I went back and went on YouTube and started bringing up some stuff. And everybody listening to this right now, you want to watch some amazing stuff. Watch Dusty Rhodes versus Superstar Billy Graham in Madison Square Garden, and they hold up today. Those matches could go on this coming Monday night, and they hold up to this day. In my opinion, they do. So anybody that hasn't watched those, shame on you. Shame on you. They're brilliant. Just fantastic.
Now you're a very hands-on commissioner.
Yeah. I think you have to be.
Do you think that seems to hurt or help?
I think it helps. I mean, of course, I'm saying that because that's the way I'm doing it. What do you think I'm going to say?
Yeah,
I'm
true.
Say it hurts, and that's what I do. Come on. I think it helps, just because, I think a lot of commissioners are going to go and they're going to hide behind the wall of being a commissioner. I'm not going to do that. If people want to, the Aristocrats attacked us at the last event. You guys were there. Marshall McNeil and I had a tough earned victory over the 5-Star Spectacle, and they came out of nowhere and they attacked us. So what am I going to do? I'm going to stick somebody else on them? As a commissioner, I'm going to say, okay, you guys have to fight these guys? No. I'm going to lace up my boots, and I'm going to get my partner, Marshall, to lace up his boots, and we're going to get in the ring with him. I mean, that just seems like the only way to do it, right?
I think that's the best kind of supervisor.
I have never wanted somebody else to do my fighting for me. Never, ever have I had anybody else do my fighting for me. I did it myself.
Right. If you're going to make somebody else do it, don't do anything you wouldn't be willing to do yourself.
Exactly. And they're going to attack us. They're going to attack us directly. But I'm not going to indirectly attack them back and stick somebody else on it. No, I'm going to do it myself. So that's how we have it. It just so happened to be that they're the tag team champions right now. So here we go. The way it is.
If people in our listening and viewing audience want to get tickets to your upcoming August 1st show, what's the easiest way for them to do that?
I believe you can go online. You can go online and you can order tickets, or I believe there's a PayPal set up for tickets, but there will be tickets at the door. My only warning is this, is these events are filling up, they are selling out, and I think this one is going to do the same. So show up. And you guys saw last time the show, we have some pre-show stuff starting at 6:30, and the house is usually getting pretty full around that time. So if anybody wants to go, just show up, you can get a ticket right at the door.
Right, because this is a different venue from the American
Yeah.
Legion we were at the last time.
Correct. Yeah, correct. This is a Polish American Citizens Club in South Hadley, Massachusetts. And it's my favorite type of venue. Why is it my favorite type of venue? Because there's a bar right there.
I was going to ask that.
I could fall out of the ring and accidentally stumble upon a brother on the rocks.
Oh,
That's how
so
close
the
bar
bar is actually, as opposed to the American Legion Hall where it was in the basement, the bar is
Yeah.
actually almost right across from the ring.
It's right there, like
Wow.
It's right there, like you can look. In fact, if you go online, you can look up. There was a match. There was a match there recently. You can look it up online right now. It was the Purists, which was Aaron Morrison, who's since retired, and Justin Tunis, his partner Justin Tunis, and I versus the Aristocrats, and the Purists and I came out and we did a shot on our way to the ring.
Nothing like it.
It's right there. Yeah, I love it. So there's another bar off the side too. We usually close that bar down too after the show. So
Yeah, we'll have to maybe indulge in a couple adult beverages
I think you should.
we
Man,
head
warn
back
me.
to
When I start
Montana,
drinking,
Connecticut.
when I start drinking, I'm trouble. I got to warn you now.
Well, that makes two of us. Last time I had a couple of rum and cokes, and let me tell you, the ride back to Connecticut was interesting.
Of course. So yeah, it's a great time. I mean, we've been having a wonderful time, and I think in my opinion, I think PvP has been sending the crowds happy every show, and that's what counts. You know what I mean? Because we would have nothing if it wasn't for the people who are coming and buying tickets every month and sitting there, and we would have nothing. So I even thank those guys. There's these guys, I'm telling you, every time I come out, they boo my pants off. They can't stand me. And you know what? I still thank them because they're there every month. So they can boo me all they want. They got off the couch. They came down to the venue. They paid their hard-earned money to sit there. They can boo and cheer whenever they feel like booing and cheering, in my opinion. So I love them just like I love everybody else.
Very true. Very well said.
Yeah.
Very
sorry?
well.
I
Well,
said very well said.
Thank you.
definitely. Well,
The number one male or female in your company not currently holding a title, who you like to see it?
Would I like to see the number one male or female not currently holding the title?
Right, to hold the title in the future.
Boy, there's so many. That's tough. I'd like to see Frankie. I'd like to see Frankie holding the title, of course. Billy King, as much as I can't stand him right now, and he's on my bad side, he's an incredible talent, so I think he certainly would deserve a title. Female, come on, Toxis. We have Toxis, right?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I love her. I feel like she needs a belt. She needs some gold or silver around.
I agree. She's definitely she's a game changer, that one, right? So I would love to see that. And then, we also have Davy Ann comes in, and she's also very talented, So, I mean, it's really hard for me just to
what
pick
about
one of
Ashley?
each,
What about that girl with Doug Summers?
I love her. I love her. I'm the one on my bad side went out to. I just had a match with Doug Summers the other day. Doug Summers he's another one. He's another one that I think is incredibly talented. And I remember him when he started. I think he's great. And Ashley Fox, she's got it.
There's a Doug Summers from back in the day, a long time ago. Is that any relation to this Doug Summers?
No, not at all. I remember. Do you guys?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you guys ever met Joey Eastman?
Yes. He used to be a
Joey.
manager, right?
Yeah, he's great. Joey's great. I remember one time we were talking, and Doug Summers was in the locker room, and Doug is like, and Joey's like, you know what? Doug is really, really fantastic. I love him, but when I first met him, I hated him. I said, why? He goes, well, because I went to a show and I was expecting to see Doug Summers, but instead I saw Doug Summers. He thought he was going to see the old time Doug Summers.
Not the same one.
No,
got to wrap things up for pretty shortly, but we do thank you for calling. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we'll have to arrange this. You have to come down here to North Haven, Connecticut. You know exactly where it is, right?
I know exactly where it is. I used to do business with a company in North Haven. I know right where you guys are.
Right where we are. You know where the McDonald's is, right? On Washington
Yes,
Avenue?
sir. Yes.
We're in that building right next door.
Great. Yeah, I'd love to come down. Thank you.
Definitely. So,
We'll see you guys Saturday?
what's that again?
We'll see you Saturday?
You definitely will see us Saturday. Tell Justin I'll be touching base with him real soon, the next day or two.
Great. Thank you so much.
Saturday's my birthday, and I'll be there.
Happy birthday. I'll buy you a drink.
Sounds good.
Thank you very, very, very much.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Bye.
That was the Pioneer Valley Commissioner, Johnny Idle. Egomaniac Johnny Idle. We have 2.5 minutes left, unfortunately. Now the footage is ready, and now we have to go. And we've already outstayed our welcome for 30 minutes. But what we're going to have to do is maybe, we'll get to some stuff next week, maybe. Or if not, we'll put some stuff on the group page, the Squared Circle. We have a group page and a like page as well. I don't really have any blown off steam this week. You?
Well,
Real quickly before we head
I
out?
would. My blowing off steam. I'd like to address the issue of adult illiteracy in the world of professional wrestling. Now, it appears if you pick up any written piece of paper, you should be able to read what it says. For instance, it says Royal Rumble 30. Now, if the PWA Squared Circle TV Championship were here, we would be able to pick up that belt, and Jay, it would read
The PWA Squared Circle Television Championship.
Now, I would think anybody who sees that same title could read that just as clearly as Jay can, I can, Aubrey can. If people are unable to do this, there are several programs within the area to help with adult literacy. There's volunteers out there who can help you so you can read better. I suggest you contact your local town hall, and they may be able to get you in touch with those folks to help you become a better reader. And if it's not a question of reading, then I strongly suggest that for the men and women holding that title, that you would do them the honor, give them the credit they deserve, and properly pronounce and read the name on the title. Thank you.
That's it. PWA Squared Circle Television Championship. Once again, I'm Hollywood J. Williams. Good night. Good luck. We'll see you next week. We got Matt Hernandez coming in from Hernandez Photography, and we'll keep going with the Pioneer Valley stuff. See you next week.